WRAT.
Jesus Christ, another one now. No wonder the papers are calling this the year of the rat.
Whatever happened to Gary Cooper, the strong, silent type? In Tony's world, the opposite of the strong, silent type is a rat. One common denominator among many of them, drugs, in one form or another. Let's take a look.
I feel exhausted just talking about it.
Puss Bonpensiero. Puss Bonpensiero was one of Tony's best friends and someone that Tony loved. And Puss loved Tony too, but he also loved selling heroin, even after Tony warned him not to. And Jackie Aprile Sr., the acting boss, who was also a friend of Puss, told him if he needed money, he could come to him.
Things are happening, Tony.
No sooner do I get back from Florida than they just booked a suite on the Dawn Princess. $5,000 a week, no way off.
$5,000 a week, no way off, reminds me of Mafia, even though that might be 6 G's a week.
Pray he goes to a state school. You ought to see Terry's bills from Villanova. And Matt and Kevin right behind him.
Hey, Sal, you need money, you come to me. You hear what I'm saying?
Don't be moving that age no more, Puss. It's too risky. When did they flip you? Tell me. Don't lie.
I was going away for pushing H.
Don't be moving that age no more, Puss. It's too risky. How long?
Dirty to life. I had no choice.
How long? How much do they know?
A year and a half. No.
Yeah. And I know Tony 30 years, not this.
Stand me, okay? You've been on our tits since 98.
I'm way behind. And I'll top it off, I think I'm getting hooked on these fucking painkillers.
You got anything you want to say to me?
Like what?
Anything to get her off of this Berkeley kick.
Fabian, a.k.a. Febby Petrulio.
Made guy. He flipped about 10 years ago when he got busted for peddling H. He went into the witness protection program, then they kicked him out. Now he goes to colleges and gets paid all kinds of money to talk about what a big bad mafioso he was.
Witness protection dropout. That's pretty impressive. You'd think that Puss would have learned from Febby's mistake, selling H. Adriana La Cerva. Adriana wasn't the one at risk for being charged under the RICO statute, and she certainly wasn't a made member of any organized crime family, but she sure caused quite a lot of trouble. And what was the hook that enabled the FBI to bring her in and threaten her? Drugs.
Special Agent Dwight Harris, FBI. I believe you two have already met.
No, thanks. I'm gonna stick with the champagne.
Oh, it's primo shit, Danny. We got an awesome connection.
It's okay. That's a search warrant. Your office, your club, your cocaine.
It's not my cocaine.
Really? That's not what I have you saying on tape.
What if I say no?
If you say no, you'll be placed under arrest and charged with possession and intent to distribute cocaine. A charge that carries with it a penalty of up to 25 years in prison.
Carlo Gervasi. At the end of the series, Tony learns that Carlo's son Jason got picked up by the cops for selling ecstasy, and the next day, Carlo fails to show up for a meeting.
Yeah,
What are you thinking?
that maybe we were had. That this fucking butcher's taking out another ranking guy.
I do find it kind of odd that Polly waited until Tony asked, what if he flipped, before bringing up the issue. If Polly knew about the situation with Carlo's kid, why was Polly's first suggestion the possibility that Butchie had tricked them and that the Lubertazzi family had taken Carlo out? It seems like that would be the first thing that Polly would mention to Tony.
Tea?
What if he flipped?
Who? Carlo?
Well? You there?
His kid. The imbecile.
Jason.
He got picked up yesterday, Patsy told me. For selling ecstasy.
Somebody's giving grand jury testimony on something.
So Carlo has flipped.
We don't know who. And subpoenas are flying. My hunch, 80 to 90% chance you'll be indicted. That fucking gun charge. I get sick when I think of it. The police pulled over some kid and found a baggie with cocaine residue. They also found a gun loaded with hollow point bullets on the floor.
And there's another way that drugs come into the scenario. When the kid got caught with Tony's gun that he had dropped in a field while running from Johnny Sack's house, the kid also had a bag with cocaine residue. While the state didn't convict Tony on these charges, the federal government can use it when trying to put together a larger RICO case, if he did happen to be indicted, from Carlo's testimony. Ray Curto. Ray Curto may not have been caught with drugs, but that doesn't mean that drugs play no role in his being a rat. In season 1, when Tony tells Ray that he should be the boss after Jackie, Ray tells him that he has an 18-year-old with MS. And what's one thing his kid with MS needs? Drugs. And apparently the FBI starts helping Ray with the bills.
I also got an 18-year-old with MS, okay? I told Nucci I'd be doing less, not more.
All due respect to your crippled kid, you just don't want a wire up your ass. You don't want the headache.
We gotta talk about my compensation overall. Interferon for my son's MS? That's 20 a year now.
Ray, you said you were gonna get us a making ceremony, which you didn't do. And here you were asking for a raise.
Can't you talk to the higher-ups?
I found this under our son's bed.
We don't know exactly how Eugene got picked up by the FBI, but we do know something that impacted his life while he was a rat was drugs through his son.
Hey, there he is. Where you going?
Kevin's. I told you I'm not getting high anymore.
I believe you. I have a right to know who your friends are.
Tony would probably say that he had a right to know who Eugene's friends were as well, especially if it was the government. But I think it is fair to say that his son's drug problem contributed to Eugene feeling like he had nowhere to turn, like he was back up against a wall.
So where you been, buddy? Haven't heard from you lately. Busy, you know. My kid has some problems. That's rough. The way things are shaping up, you're a designated hitter.
Christopher Moltisanti. We don't know if Christopher is a rat, but we do know that at the very least, Christopher thought about it. We hear it ourselves when he talks to JT after getting really pissed off at the guys and drinking and relapsing. Does his relapse and the ensuing bad things that took place make Chris decide to cooperate?
I'll give you stories make your fucking head, Colonel. The shit I seen? Fuck that, the shit I did, personally.
I don't want to hear it. What you need to do is sober up and get to a meeting.
I don't know about you, but my friends have abandoned me. You have any idea, if I wanted, what I could do to these pricks? One phone call and it's over. The whole fucking castle comes down like Humpty Dumpty.
Whoa.
You remember my girlfriend, Adriana, my fiance, my friend, Ralph Cifaretto?
Maybe he really did want to get away. And we know Tony had been worried for years that Christopher was going to flip over drugs.
This is how you repay me. I gotta worry if you're gonna flip over a nickel bag of white powder.
No, Tony, never. The government's got money to burn. Gravano was living large down Arizona, all on that federal tit. I like the sun. Just be closer to Hollywood anyway.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my latest Rats video. What'd you think?